Hello and welcome StarCraft 2 fans. This is Lasercorn with Mahalo Video Games, and today we've got a matchup between LaLush and Goody, and this is a Zotac Cup game. Goody, our purple Terran player over here, and LaLush, our red Zerg, and they spawned on Scrap Station. So this Overlord will know right where to go to scout them out. And hope everyone's doing good out there. For you fans of other Blizzard games other than just StarCraft 2, you know that Cataclysm is out. And I do have to say, I've been spending some time in the World of Warcraft. And I'm liking what I see so far. Good cinematics. A buddy of mine is playing the Goblin campaign, and I have made a Worgen. And we're going to level them up and fight them. Stuff like that. You can actually check it out on Mahalo's main video game channel. Mahalo Games. Their YouTube channel. It'll be up there. Looks like we've got Goody making an engineering bay here at the natural. An annoying Terran move that will stop LaLush from expanding right away. He'll have to spend a little bit of time knocking that down before he can expand to his natural. And he will see it, and that drone will probably get annoyed and attack that SCV at some point. And yes, that half-finished engineering bay. And the reason that Terran players don't finish it is so they can cancel and get that refund. So when they see it get down to like, I don't know, 100 health, they'll just cancel it, get their money back, and let the Zerg player put up their expansion. Looks like we got a spawning pool coming out now for LaLush. Meanwhile, Goody, working on his barracks. Looks like he's going to try and wall off this very wide entrance ramp we have here on Scrap Station. And looks like he's got his refinery up and running, morphing into a orbital command. Nothing suspicious yet. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Looks like he did a little more work on that engineering bay. Try to get it a little more complete, get a few more hit points on it, just to further delay the Zerg player. I don't know, guys. Who do you think would win, Worgen or Goblin, equally leveled up? I guess it would depend on class and stuff like that. Sorry. Thinking about other stuff. Anyway, back to the action. Looks like do have a mule out, gonna boost that economy a little bit. Factory coming down. Could have a 1-1-1 opening coming out for Goody here, or possibly a mechanized build. And it looks like LaLush has thrown down that natural expansion. Queen boosting the larva here, and a couple of Zerglings probably. Yep, that's what these guys are. Gonna come over here and take a peek up this ramp, and they see what's going on. They recognize the factory barracks. Possible 1-1-1 opening. They know it's not going to be a super infantry heavy build. Whoa, multiple starports now. A 1-1-2 opening. Not sure what that's called. Destiny Super Cloud Fist. Not sure. But bunker coming up here wisely. If he's gonna try and tech to, geez, I don't even know. Well, obviously getting 2 starports out requires a bit of teching up, so he needs to keep that front door secure and make sure no early rushes bash it down. I would not be surprised to see a Banshee. Yeah, it looks like Tech Lab. Multiple Banshees coming out of these starports. I myself have been experimenting with Banshees and Ravens for point defense drones to keep any anti-air fire off the Banshees, with mixed results. Obviously, I'm not on the level of these players here, but it's some fun. And looks like this Hellion's going to get taken down. Does he have any kills? 1 kill, 2 kills. One of those kills is Zergling, and he's going after this drone. Well, yeah, he takes down a drone, and that will be his last harassing kill. bunker's got 3 Marines in it, and wow, oh, he's got 2 Banshees on each of those starports, ready to come out and hit this very wide open mineral line for LaLush. And has he spotted these starports? Let's go ahead and take a look. And he knows at least one starport with a tech lab is there. So he should be getting, yeah, there's an overseer, just in case of the cloaking ability. And uh-oh, he needs to bring that back to base now, because these Banshees are coming in. And here we go, they're starting to pick off the drones, going right to work. 2 hits, and those drones go down. Here come the Queens to try and defend here. These Queens, kind of an even match for Banshees, especially, yeah, 3 on 2. They will be able to push these Banshees back away. Good defense from LaLush. Keeping his cool there against that double Banshee onslaught. And it looks like he is going to throw up a Spore Crawler. He knows that Goody is kind of committed to this double starport build, and that, yeah, he's not going to stop pumping Banshees. So getting a Spore Crawler up, very good idea. Even one more Queen out here probably wouldn't be a bad idea. And oh no, here come those Banshees. Oh, target firing that Queen. Take one down almost immediately. And now going to work on those drones. They do see the Spore Crawler. Will they try to engage? No. They do back up and go after these roaches. Oh, this is a very deadly Banshee force. And one of those Banshees on the verge of dying. There we go. One of the Banshees going down. We do have Hydralisks on the field now backing up those Queens. So Queens aren't the only thing engaging. But the Hydralisks are down. Transfusion on that Queen to keep it alive. And once again, good defense, keeping that calm, but he is losing drones, and I guess he's equal in harvesters right now. A couple drones got picked off, and wow, yeah, he is just committed to this build. Oh no, here we go, we're kind of switching to Vikings now. Looks like he may have supply capped himself. Yeah, he's at 59 out of 59, so those Vikings are going to be a little bit delayed, and that is bad, because the longer you give this Zerg player a chance to macro up, the worse trouble you're going to be in. Spore Crawler we got down here defending. 2 Spore Crawlers at this expansion, so he is not really that vulnerable to Banshee attacks at this point. And I don't know what those Vikings are coming out for. Maybe to harass these Overlords or something. There are no Mutalisks or any flying units in play, so those Vikings won't be able to do too much. Here come the Banshees again, getting a quick little kill there. Some good micro. But the Zerg player is staying home, staying close to base, and he's not going to risk too much. And this Terran player needs to expand. He's going to fall way behind in the macro if he doesn't get a second base up here soon. Infestors on the production tab for LaLush. And here comes Goody with these Banshees, and one Queen going down, backing up, microing backwards, but he loses a Banshee, and Hydralisk going down. Wow, that concentrated Banshee fire just doing so much damage. And it looks like he's going to go for the drones a little bit. A little harass on the mineral line there. And more Hydralisks coming out to reinforce this position. He knows he can't get too close to this Spore Crawler, but he also can't engage this number of Hydralisks, and especially backed up by a Queen. Can't just engage them head on. And here we see one of those Vikings. Not really doing a whole lot. Oh, and look at this. How often on a professional level do you see a Terran player taking the island expansion? That's I think it's an interesting play. Especially if you got this little Zergling here watching your natural. Why not just move over to the island? And you know your opponent doesn't have Mutalisks just yet. So, not a bad idea. Although, look at this. Pneumatized Carapace coming out. That combined with Ventral Sacs will allow these Overlords to make quick drops, and it looks like we do have an Overlord going out to scout and check this island. So that island expansion could be in trouble just as it's starting up here. We'll have to wait and see on that. Meanwhile, LaLush trying to break down these rocks. This Infestor really eager to get through these rocks and start attacking. Wow, but that's a pretty menacing force from Goody. He's definitely got air superiority. Will he be able to win on the ground is the question. And yeah, with that size force, I would say yes. Unless he gets his Thor mind controlled, and probably that tank too. A lot of bad stuff would have to happen, I would think, for Goody to lose that fight. But it's not going to come to a fight just yet. It looks like LaLush pulling back. Oh, and yeah, now that's more like it, LaLush. That's a better force to deal with. That heavy mech Terran army. Well, it's not really heavy mech, it's heavy air. But much better composition now, I think, for dealing with it. And these Banshees expecting or checking up for a Zerg gold expansion, but the Zerg player has not gotten greedy just yet. And looks like we've got a pretty sizable Viking force here checking for, I don't know, straight overlords, whatever it may be. Oh, and that force is going to get repelled by the siege tank. Don't want to lose those infestors. He should really keep those in the back of the line when he's advancing on the rocks like that. And it looks like we do have a Banshee engaging a Hydralisk. More Hydralisk coming in to back it up. Good fungal growth to hold that Banshee in place. That Banshee's going nowhere. Looks like we've got tank sieging up here, and he's throwing down extra defenses. Good place for a bunker, I suppose. It'll help guard your natural, and if he tries to take out those rocks, that tank, yeah, there's no way he's going to take out those rocks with that tank there. So good place for a defense to get set up. Looks like an Overlord going down there. Careful, Zerg player. Wow, almost a spider sense there. He was almost in range of that tank, and he backed up. Good play from the Zerg player, LaLush. And what just got shot at? Maybe an Overlord. He still doesn't know about this Overlord over here. Some Vikings could easily take that down, pop it off real quickly. He's at 120 supply, and Zerg player just a little more at 124, and uh-oh. As I predicted, I think this island is in a lot of trouble. We're probably going to see a Doom drop here. Wow, there is a planetary fortress there, though, and missile turrets guarding this base. Plus, Goody has that very frightening Air Force that he can bring in. So will this attack succeed? Oh, look at this. An unloaded Overlord in the very front tanks the damage. Excellent play. And all these Overlords just unloading on this base. There is no chance that that planetary fortress survives. Even if all the SCVs come into repair, it is still doomed. And wow, Zerg dominance right there, taking out that island. And what Goody needs to do now is mobilize and counterattack. You cannot let this type of attack stand, especially knowing that all your opponent's forces are engaged elsewhere. Yes, you do have to go after this expansion, even things out. Don't let your opponent get too far ahead in the macro game. And it looks like he does have an expansion coming up over here too. So it doesn't look like these Zerg player LaLush will get that far ahead. And oh, look at this, even a Raven on the field. But as we see down here, the Zerg player LaLush taking that gold expansion. If he gets that those high yield minerals saturated, he will definitely have a macro advantage, an economic advantage. But before that happens, he runs the risk of losing this game. He does not have a lot of forces here guarding his main. These tanks are just sieged up right outside his main, and with these air units to spot, he can shoot up this ramp. And all these Zerg units now retreating, trying to use those spore crawlers for cover from the Banshees. But he's got more than Banshees to worry about. Fungal growth, good fungal growth going down on those Marines to sap them of their life, hold those Banshees in place, and delay this advance a little bit. But those siege tanks are just providing too much cover. And wow, LaLush really in a lot of trouble. Where are all those forces we saw earlier? Oh, it looks like he's dropped them into the base of Goody in a counterattack. So it looks like we've got, well, not really a base race because Goody's forces, or I'm sorry, LaLush's forces kind of petered out, whereas Goody is still going strong with, wow, just a spectacular tank line backing him up. And I would, at this point, start using my drones to attack. You've got a Thor in your base and you've got a bad tank line coming at you. And yes, here we go. Drones getting in the mix, causing a little bit of splash damage on those tanks. And oh, those Hydralisks and Queens just taking so much damage from those siege tanks. And they are really dug in there, hiding out under that ledge. And this main base in danger of completely falling. He's really got to be banking on, wow, saturating this gold and maybe building a secondary base. I think this main base is gone. Just too many tanks there. Yeah, we're not mining anymore out of this base, and his income is dropped off terribly. In the meantime, he's still got 2 Hydralisks in the back of the base here. But that's not going to be enough. Even a bunch of SCVs could probably take out those 2 Hydralisks, whereas this heavily mechanized force cannot be taken out. Oh, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if this drone rush does anything. No, the drones get decimated running in. And the Roaches do manage to take down that Thor, but now more tanks coming in to reinforce. And this is just all kinds of bad for LaLush. I think his only real option here is to GG out at this point. Even if he did get this completely up and running, he'd have to rebuild all his tech buildings. Everything has pretty much been destroyed by Goody's assault, and Goody still has a fully operational base down here, and all his production facilities are still intact, so I cannot see LaLush coming back at this point. If he does, I will eat my hat. I don't know what I'll do. It looks like he's not even building up any economy down here. It looks like he's building some sort of suicide squad for one last rush. Maybe just a bit of revenge. Maybe trying to hijack some Thors or something with these infestors. Although they don't even have enough energy. They don't even have neural parasite research, so I don't know. Maybe just gonna want to throw it on a fungal growth. Get a little payback. And here come the tanks. Come on, all these roaches and oh no, yeah, never mind. I was gonna say all those roaches and infestors could take the tanks, but here come the Hellions, and fungal growth going down on the Hellions, but the Hellions don't really care. They're gonna keep flamethrowing away, and those tanks being held in place, but wow, look at all these tanks streaming in. There's more tanks than roaches out there, and that will be it for LaLush, I have to imagine. He's got to GG out soon here. He's got no... Yeah, there it is. Hey guys, what's up? This is LaserCoin. I just want to remind you to subscribe, comment, and rate these videos. Also, if you have any requests for videos you want to see or just want to say what's up, send that over to requests@mahalo.com. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.